All right. Good evening, everybody. I am so excited for this call tonight. We have it's just a great, great honor for our speaker this evening that we have her on the call. And I just want to give you a little background on her. First of all, my name is Lisa Tolber. For those of you that don't know me, I live in the Palm Harbor area. And I am going to introduce our speaker this evening. Our speaker's name is Pam Bowling. Her and her husband, Tony Bowling, live in also Lutz, Florida. And they've come from the Maryland area, and they've been down here for quite a few years now. They started their business way back in the very, very beginning days, back in 1992 when the company got started. They were pioneers of the company. And back in those days, we really had nothing, which I'm sure she may go into a little bit. They really had nothing, and they were able just to start and go plug at this and make money very, very quickly. And throughout the years, they have built a residual income of over $45,000 to $65,000 in a 4-week pay period. So in a 4-week time, they have been able to develop that income. But more than that, they have been great mentors to many, many, many of us in the field. And they have been great, great friends of John and I. And we just love them to death. So I'm just really honored that we have this great speaker that is going to be speaking to you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Pam, and Pam, go ahead and take it away.
Well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate your kind words, and right back at you with all the friendship part. We've had some good times here in Florida. But I'm excited because I get to talk to you tonight about one of my favorite subjects, and that's making money. Now, I have to believe it's your favorite subject, too, or you wouldn't be on a call on a Wednesday night to try to figure out how to get more, right? I'll tell you, people say to me, well, Pam, everything's not about money. But I have found that it ranks right up there with oxygen. It's really kind of difficult to live in this world without any, right? So Tony and I, our experience in the past, we've had it, and we haven't had it, and we've just found that we've been a lot happier when we've had a little bit of money in our pockets, if you know what I mean. So tonight, that's really my topic, is to show you a business that hopefully can bring some revenues into your household and make a difference. But I'll tell you, J.R. Ridinger, the president and CEO of this company, actually shared the business with us over 22 and a half years ago. And he said a couple of things the night that he shared the business with us that have stayed with us forever. And I want to share them with you. There are two things. Number one, he said, you don't have to be real smart to do Market America. Now, first time I heard that, I took a little offense to it. Well, what he really meant by that is sometimes it's the really smart people that are always trying to figure out how things won't work rather than just applying the principles that are already in place. We all know people like that, right? And the second thing he said is try not to get too much exercise. And I found that even more odd. Well, what he meant by that is don't jump to any conclusions. Give me a chance to give you a full explanation of how this works before you determine if this is for you or not for you. If you like what you see, we can take it to the next level of investigation. If not, that's okay too. But you might know the right people, and we can make it mutually rewarding for both of us. The worst case scenario is you found the best shopping destination online that you can get cash back, and you can also get lots of coupons so you can save lots of money. So your time here this evening will not be in vain. Fair enough? Okay, great. Okay, let's get started here. All right, so this is Market America. Basically, what is Market America? We are a product brokerage and internet marketing company that specializes in one-to-one marketing and social shopping. This is a picture of us when we started in 1992. We actually started in May in J.R. and Lauren Ridinger's home in Greensboro, North Carolina. If you look to the right, you can see the beautiful campus that we have currently, which is our global home office, and it's expanding. It's amazing how we've grown. Now, if you care to check us out, one of the things you'll want to point out is that we are with the Better Business Bureau. We actually won the 2013 Torch Award winner for Trust and Performance Integrity by the Better Business Bureau of Central North Carolina. we have an A-plus business rating, and we're really quite proud of that. I will tell you our corporate team has been together since our inception. And I don't know if that means anything to you, but we've never lost a person. You know, sometimes egos get in the way and people want to do it. We've been able to keep that team together, and I really contribute the fact that we've grown so consistently over the 22 and a half years because of the synergy that has been created. This is a graph that actually shows you what we've done in business. It only shows the past 14 years, even though we've been in business for 22 and a half years. But it shows you we've done $5.9 billion with a B dollars worth of retail sales during our business of 22 and a half years. That's pretty awesome. I'm impressed. I hope you are. But here's what's pretty cool about it. If you look at this graph, you'll see that each year we've had growth. Every year since our inception, we've had growth to the point that 84 consecutive quarters of growth since we've been in business. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the economy has had some upturns and it's also had some downturns. And people have been affected. But if you can see that we've just grown each and every year, and we're really proud of that. But of that $5.9 billion that we've sold in products, look how we've paid out. We've paid out $1.6 billion in retail profits on the products, plus $1.5 billion on the commission. So if you add it up, we've actually paid back to the field $3.2 billion that we've put in the pockets of our unfranchised owners. And that's huge. I don't know if you've ever operated a regular business where you have offices and overhead and that type of thing. You can't afford to pay that kind of money right back to the field. It's just impossible to run a business. And yet we've been able to do that because we run a lean, mean, tight machine down there. And they've learned how to be able to maximize the earnings, and that's for sure. We've had over 300 plus millionaires that we've created over our time. And it's the coolest thing because what we've done is we've changed the way people shop, and we're changing the economic paradigm so that everyone can become financially independent by creating their own economy. Some of these people that are that have earned $1 million have come from all different walks of life. I mean, we've got school teachers, we've got Fortune 500 workers, we've got insurance people, we've got nurses, administrative assistants. We've got a gal that was in college to become an accountant and built this while she was doing it. My point of this is that there's no cookie cutter type of what an unfranchised successful millionaire club member is, other than the fact that they wanted to change their financial future and they were coachable. And those two things, we can show you how to make this work. The company right now operates globally in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Australia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, the United Kingdom, Singapore, and Spain. We currently have emerging markets, which include the Bahamas, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Panama, New Zealand, and Jamaica. And we have a unique system of how we are going globally, which is kind of unique. We have global websites where we can sell products to different countries, and determined by the numbers that we create in those areas determines where our next market is that we're going to open. It's just a matter of time before we will be everywhere in the world, and we're very excited about that. So what I want to do is I actually want to share with you, an amazing fact, because this is what we call the 45-year plan. And if you were to take 100 people at the age of 20 and you track them to the age of 65, which means that they worked 45 years in the greatest country in the world, United States of America, this is how they would end up. One would be wealthy. Now, when I say wealthy, I mean like, Donald Trump wealthy, the Kennedys wealthy, but normally more money than we can count, okay? 4 would be financially fit, and that means that they could live off of the income of their own resources. They could do what they wanted to do, when they wanted to do it, and they could do it first class. Personally, I'd sign up for that one right now. Just FYI, I'm not 65 yet. Joke, right? Okay. Now, 5% are still working. At age 65, you'd say, you're kidding, right? Why are they still working? Well, you know, a lot of times we see this down here in Florida. They're working at Publix or Walmart, and what happens is they've got more months left than they do money, and so they just work to, you know, get a little extra to make their life simpler, or sometimes it's just they want to have a little fun. They've got enough to just get by, but they would like to go out to dinner or do something, so they do it. Now, there's also seniors that are working because they have something to contribute to society, and for that we're very, very grateful. But in most cases, after 45 years of working, we feel like, you know, you deserve to be able to do what you want to do. Now, 28 are dead. We don't know which 28 they're going to be, and quite frankly, I always tell people if they knew about Market America and about us, we might have saved a few of those. All right, well, for two reasons. Number one, we have some incredible health products that might have kept it at bay for a while, maybe. I don't know. But the most important thing is we find that stress is the biggest problem today. People are stressed out, and that causes breakdown in the body and causes disease. And stress is when you don't have enough money. And we could solve that problem if they knew about Market America. And 62% are struggling financially. And you say, well, that means that they couldn't strike a check for about $1,000 liquid cash in their checking account, that they're living off of some kind of subsistence besides their Social Security, and, you know, and they're struggling. They're not able to do what they want to do the way they thought that their retirement was going to end up. So you look at this and you say, geezy peasy, 5 out of 100 actually are okay. Well, what happened? I mean, okay, well, what happened here? Well, I look at this and I say, well, I'd like to be in the top 5% because I certainly don't want to have to continue working unless I want to. I don't want to be dead or struggling financially. So what do? Well, first thing I would do is study the top 5%. The 1% that are wealthy, if you look at them, most of them actually inherit their money, most of them. I don't have anybody who's going to leave me millions. I don't know about you, but so that would work for me. So I have to go over to the 4% that are financially fit. If you look at those, you'll find they have two things in common. They have an average income of about $140,000 a year when you take into the highs and the lows. You also find out that 3 out of 4 of them own their own business. So that should be like an aha moment, you know, oh, I got to own my own business. But before I go any further, people always say to me, well, Pam, what does the other 1 out of 4 do? Well, typically they have some kind of special talent. They might be a singer, or they might be a ball player, or something like that, okay? But if you say, oh, well, I have to own my business, that might send terror in your spine. I mean, like, oh, my goodness, I don't have a new idea, or I don't have a new widget that I could bring to marketplace. But let's say you did. Well, you got to know the right people today to get businesses going. Let's face it, it really does help. And you got to have enough financing. And that's why most businesses fail today. They don't have enough money to carry them through the lean times to when the business can actually take off. And so it's really, really kind of scary. So people that, you know, want to try it typically don't because they're afraid. But I have people that came to me and they go, Pam, don't worry about this. I've got my own plan for financial success. My plan is I'm going to go back to school and I'm going to work my way up, get more degrees, and I'll work my way up the corporate ladder, and I'll be the big kahuna where I work. Well, many, many years ago, going back maybe 50-some years ago, that might have worked. That might have been a great plan because people actually went to school, graduated, went to work for a company, worked 45 years for the same company, got their gold watch, left, got their retirement, and everybody was happy. Unfortunately, life has changed a lot since 50 years ago, and people don't do that anymore. I mean, the average employee changes jobs 7 or 8 times during their work time, work years that they work, and the worst thing to do is be the big one that earns the most money, because when organizers or people sell the companies or reorganize it, if you make all the money, you're the first one to get the pink slip. So you don't want to be on the radar where they notice that you're the one making the most money there. And they get rid of it. And it's as you get older, they'd rather have 2 young ones, and you know, for one that's experienced. So things have changed dramatically. So that may not be your plan of action. And I have people, and this is a true story, I've had somebody say, well, I just plan on, going to the lottery, and, I go every Wednesday and Saturday, and I get tickets. And that's a great plan, too, as long as you think that you might have a chance, you would have a better chance of getting struck by lightning 7 times here in the state of Florida than winning the lottery. So that probably is not going to happen either. So what do most people do? I'll tell you what they do. They buy a franchise. And the reason that they do is that they have a system. They say, if you follow our system, you will yield X, Y, Z as far as the result. And that's what people want. They want some kind of security. They want some kind of something to catch them from falling so that they know that something will work. So what do? They buy a franchise, and they have to buy it. And in order to make a 6-figure income, which would get you in the top 5% income bracket, you'd have to invest 5 times the net, which means you'd have to invest $500,000 or more to get this business that you'd have to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week just to make sure that it succeeds. And here's the thing about these franchises. They'll let you put 10% down and mortgage the rest over the time that you're working. And now what you've done is you have bought yourself a very, very expensive job. Nothing personal, but I don't want to work quite that hard. I don't mind working hard, but not quite that hard. So what are we going to do? Now, we feel like we have the solution here at Market America, but let me just make you realize that by the time people realize that they have this problem called a financial dilemma, typically they find that they're married, they have children, they have a mortgage, they have car payments, and they're already in debt. So it's not like you can push a stop button and just go fix it, because life continues. And you've got to be able to blend it in, whatever the solution is, to what you're currently doing in your life. So we feel like we do have a solution. 95% of the people spend 45 years of their lives making the top 5% successful. We're just working for somebody else's dreams, not for our own. So our solution is, we call it the Unfranchise Business 2 to 3 year plan. Now that's got to sound better right away, 2 to 3 year plan. Well, let me just say that like a franchise, we have standardization, systemization, and uniformity. We've got state-of-the-art management systems. We've got merchandising and marketing tools. We've got standardized trainings. We've got trainings going on throughout the country, all over the place. Potential tax advantages. I will tell you, if you're on the call and you're an employee, you can legitimately save thousands of dollars in taxes by having a business that you work from your home. The government is set up so they want us to succeed, so they give us advantages for that very reason. And we have growing visibility. We're getting a lot of attention in the media nowadays. Unlike a franchise, there's no franchise fees. There's no monthly royalties. There's no territorial restrictions. As a matter of fact, we do business anywhere Market America is currently doing business. You can start it part-time with flexible hours, and I love that because, as I said, people are busy. They got stuff going on, and you can weave this into your life. You can work a 10 minutes here, a half an hour there, an hour at a time, and at the end of the week, it all accumulates into the time that it takes to actually build the business. Minimal startup expenses, and I almost giggle at it because it's really about equivalent to going out to a fancy dinner nowadays, and that's about the biggest risk that there is. It says little risk. I think there is no risk. The only risk is if you don't take a serious look at it to realize there is a solution to the dilemma that we have. Now, there's 3 ways that we can earn income. Number 1 is through our cash back from your online transactions and your customers' online transactions. Second is through providing products. We actually service about 10 to 15 preferred customers with our products and services, and we earn profits on those products, anywhere from 30 to 50% retail profit. Now, I tell you, it's not one of these things where you're going to make a lot of money where you can be in the top 5% by just retailing some products. But I always tell my business partners, I say, listen, in 90 days, if you develop these 10 to 15 customers, you can earn $100 to $300 a month just moving a little bit of product. Now, that might not get you into the top 5%, but it might alleviate a little bit of stress in your life, because you might go out to dinner once in a while or buy some new clothes or do something fun every once in a while. So that's a good start. But in order to get into the top 5%, we have to do time leveraging, and that's by duplicating our efforts. By developing and managing only 2 sales and distribution organizations, you can earn anywhere from $300 to $3,600 per week per business development center. And just like a franchise, we can own multiple business development centers. So we can have more than this, but I'm just going to show you today what one looks like. So the way it works here is, if you had a choice between the 45-year plan, which is a plan for someone else's financial success, or the 2 to 3 year plan, which is a plan for your own financial success, which one would you choose? Well, I hope I have the smart ones on the phone today, because JR always says I have to have a yes before I go any further. So I'm going to answer my own question and say, I want to hear about the 2 to 3 year plan, Pam. Sounds interesting to me. Okay. Well, good. Well, what we are, let me just explain this. This is the coolest thing in the world. Market America is a product brokerage company. We don't make anything. What we do is we identify trends that are in the marketplace. We go to those manufacturers. We get exclusive rights to market them. And then that's our job, is to get the products out there in the hands of the consumers. So we let them do what they're good at. They spend all their money on research and development, and we do what we're good at, and that's market the product. And it's a win-win situation. Everybody wins in this. We have Market America branded products, hundreds of exclusive products and services. And what's fantastic is we only deal in multi-billion-dollar markets. So we're not just playing around with some little products here and there, okay? To give you an example, our health and nutrition, which happens to be our #1 store, we've got multiple stores in this business, but this one is taken off because it's a worldwide exclusive provider for isotonic-capable pig nodule, which we call our isotonic OPC3. And you see it right here in the front. It actually is the purple one, and it's the most powerful antioxidant that we know of. That what it does, it's a natural antihistamine, it's a natural anti-inflammatory, it builds the immune system, and it's incredible. It's a powder, and you mix it with water, and what happens, it becomes isotonic, which is the same density as your blood or your tears. And when you drink this drink on an empty stomach, it can go right into the small intestines where it's available for absorption. So we can get up to a 95% availability for absorption, which is very, very powerful. There's no fillers, binders. All we do is we get results. We have it in different flavors, the bees, the malties, the calcium, the resveratrol. We have a lot of endorsements, like Scottie Pippen. He has his own joint prime support, and it's helped him have a lot of relief in his knees. We have Carmelo Anthony, who promotes the Champion Blend, and of course we know he had his best year ever last year by using this, just saying. Now, Ultimate Aloe happens to be our second top-selling product, and this is powerful. It promotes a healthy immune system and has the proper nutrient absorption. It also keeps your digestive system on track, which is important. We have energy products, and like we have our Awake, which is our answer to Red Bull and those kind of drinks. It's got the right amount of caffeine, B's, amino acids, and it's a healthier version of it. As well as we have our Mocha Tonics, which is our chocolate-flavored drink. It's a mind-stimulating, energy-boosting. It curbs your appetite, and it also helps to burn some fat. It's one of our favorite products for some of our business partners today, just saying that too. We have our Heart Health. Our Heart Health line is designed to promote overall heart cardiovascular health. We've got a lot of health professionals do great with that. We also have our TLS Weight Solution, and it's our weight management. And what's really interesting about this is we teach people how to lose weight and feel great and keep it off for a long period of time. It's about teaching people how to eat, not taking out food groups. The only thing that we change a little bit is that we teach people to eat a low glycemic, which means we take out some sugar. And we've got some products that back it up with our shakes, and we have some bars, and we have accelerators that can help this move along a little faster. Well, what I love about it is once you teach people how to eat and it becomes a lifestyle, not a diet. And people really get tired of the diet part of it. And we've got many befores and afters, and what's beautiful is that these people have been able to keep it off for a long period of time. We have Nutrimetrics, which is our line exclusively for health professionals. And what's beautiful about this is that we find that today's doctors are looking for ancillary income, ways to keep their patients healthier. And this is a great line for them because it's made exclusively for them. And they're very open to it nowadays. We've got our anti-aging store, which is our Prime. We've got all kinds of proprietary formulas in here, and they really help us think clearer. They help us with the libido. They help with all those good things. It keeps you young and stay young, right? We have our cosmetics. My goodness, I could spend all kinds of time on this, but Modas by Lauren Ridinger is one of the hottest makeup lines on social media today. We are burning it up. We've got over 1 million some followers just on Instagram alone, and it's just amazing the attention that we've been getting. If you take some of the makeup lines in the department stores, MAC and a couple other ones, and put their followings together, doesn't equal what we have. And so we've really got a lot of buzz going right now. We do a lot of customizations, so we're able to custom blend foundations. Our makeup is so it's so dense with pigment and color. We're always on the cutting edge of what's hot in the fashion industry, and so we're always adding to it and changing every 6 months to keep it up to speed in what's going on in the world today. We're getting a lot of attention. Lala Anthony has actually partnered with us as well, and she makes sure that we have colors for every shade of skin, and so that's been great. We also have skincare for Lumiere to put light and life in your skin, to our basic line, which is Skintelligence, which just naturally nourishes your skin and everything in between, so we can take care of every skincare. DNA Miracles. This is the highest quality body and wellness products, and it's designed for babies and children and expectant mothers. Now, I will tell you, I'm none of those. However, I used one of the ointments. I had a boo-boo in my hand, and I used it, and it's just amazing how fast it cleared it up, and it made the skin feel so good and smelled good. I like that part of it. But this is all pediatrician approved, and we're getting some great results with that. Of course, personal care, well, we'd be without that. We have our Fix hair line, which hair products, and they're fantastic. We have our Royal Spa, so you can indulge in luxury for taking a shower, or we have shampoos and conditioners and also hair products, gels, and things of that nature. And we have our Home and Garden. We have our Snap, whether it's a stain on the clothes or a sink of filthy dishes, Snap does your dirty work for you, right? Or we have Pet Health. How about that? We all spend tons of money on our pets. Keep your pets looking great, feeling confident, and full of life. And so we have our pet health as well. We have different brands. We've got our Conquer Entertainment. This is a huge industry right now because, you know, it's dealing with music, and music is always passionate to people. But we have a way that we can get artists followings and get them making albums, and it's a whole business within a business. We have our MA Web Centers where we actually sell third-party websites to small businesses, and it's amazing. They're totally customizable. These people, we have the ability to do social media for them, so they can we can only build it, but we can also help them promote it, which is one of the things that people are looking for today. We also have Get Out of Debt and Into Wealth through our MA Capital Resources. We've got a GPS system that puts people on track with their finances. So you can see, well, we have all kinds of areas that we can focus in our business. Now, this is a picture of our shop.com website, and actually you go through some of the things. We have our hot deals up here. We've got hundreds of our Market America branded exclusive products that are on here. We also have our social networking and our Shop Buddy. Our Shop Buddy is really a tool that helps us never miss a deal, and I will cover that in a second. We've got our daily deals, so that's always happening. But what's cool is that we were ranked number 57 in the Internet Retailer of the top 500 companies just in 2014, and we're really proud of that. 57 out of the top 500. So we're rocking and rolling, and things are moving pretty good. We also have cash back where people can earn up to 50% cash back on their purchases. And you also get a 0.5% on anyone that you referred. So you get on any of their purchases that they purchase. Okay? Now the cool thing is we have our Market America branded products, but we also have these partner stores. And I'm hoping that as you're looking at these, you might say, well, sure. I mean, I go to Sports Authority, and I've gone to Macy's, and I go to all these places. So what we were able to do is to put them all on the shop.com site, and anytime us or our customers actually go shopping, they actually can earn cash back on all these purchases. And they all add into the scheme of things for our business. We pretty much have everything covered. Our technology and applications, our shop.com, we are able to convert spending into earning. Now, that's a coin saying that we love. Well, we have a tool that's called the Shopping Advisor. And basically, what you do is you go on the shop.com site, and you go room by room, excuse me. And like you go in your kitchen, and it'll ask you, do you use dishwasher soap? Do you have a dishwasher? And you just say, yes, you use those kind of products. And what it does is it converts them to Market America branded products. It's the coolest tool in the world. It really is. And mobile technology today, I mean, what would we do without our phones, right? We wouldn't be able to operate. Well, we're able to do Unfranchise mobile, which is able to manage our business and our business partners and our customers right to our phone. So while we're out and about, you can just do it there. Or you can shop on your shop.com site, mobile, and order products. Now, here's a cool thing. You can order it through your phone and pick it up in the store sometimes, so that works out to be an advantage. The Shop Buddy is probably one of the coolest applications or downloads that we have. You actually download this app, and what it is, it's a little guy that goes in there, and he makes sure that you get the best deal. We've got all the coupon codes, and he makes sure that you get to use all your coupon codes, so you don't have to go looking for them. But I think more importantly than that is he keeps you from making a mistake. And here's why I say that. If you ever go shopping at, if you buy something hypothetically at Target, they will continue to send you advertisements, and through your email. And if you open one up and start shopping through your email and you are not through shop.com, it says, hey, do you want cash back? And you say, well, of course. And it takes you right to your shop.com, so it keeps you from ever missing any of your cash back, which is kind of cool. Now, Market America, you know, we are right on the cutting edge of what's current and what's future in trends today. Nutrition and wellness, obviously. Owning your own business is hot. Online and mobile shopping, and then social media is huge today. So basically what we do is we are a one-to-one marketing and social shopping company. And what that means is we provide the power of social media and online shopping together. We combine high tech with high touch, because the touch part is we got people behind us instead of just computers. We're able to reach millions of customers. It's not like you just get to talk to your next door neighbor. With social media, we talk to the world. And we match products to people and people to products. Now, this is a really neat graph here, and pretty much it goes through the income and household statistics. We didn't make this up. This comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it's the consumer expenditures for 2013. So you can actually look up this document on the government site. Well, what it does is it takes the average income of a family after taxes to be $56,352, okay? Well, you know, whether it's one person working or two. Of that, these are the things that they would spend it on, you know, whether it be health care, transportation, housing, food, miscellaneous. And I think you would all agree that that's pretty much normal stuff. So they average their annual expenditures to $51,100. Well, as I look at that, I say, well, that's okay. Well, I mean, it may not be fantastic, but it's okay. And that means that they've actually saved $5,000, and they put that in their 401k, or they put it in a savings account, right? Well, guess what? They don't. All the people that we talk to, they say, well, no, I didn't. I didn't. I think I spent it because I don't know where it is. I didn't put it in there. Savings is like a -0 today for some families today. So what we did was we have a system where we can show people how they can convert or redirect some of the things that they're spending already and do it through shop.com. As a matter of fact, $18,750 or more can be redirected through shop.com. So what we teach them to do is to do what we call smart shopping. Instead of letting things leak out to other companies, they're actually able to convert their shopping. We call it the shopping annuity. And I don't know if you know what an annuity is, but an annuity is basically when you take a lump sum of money and you put it into an annuity, which is almost like a savings plan, I guess you would call it, but it yields you money on a monthly basis over a period of time. So hypothetically, if you put $450,000 in an annuity and it paid you 4%, you would make $300 a month. That's it. Okay? Well, we're able to show people how they're able to do that through a shopping annuity assessment, and it does it for you. And the way it works is we have a referral tracking system, okay? And Market America can actually track and capture all your purchases from all our stores, brands, and merchants. When you or anyone you lead to, directly or indirectly, makes a purchase, you get credit in the form of social currency called BD and IBD. That currency accumulates, and when it reaches certain thresholds, you actually earn a residual income through the Management Performance Compensation Plan, which I'm going to show you how that works. So we're able to become what we call is economic alchemists. And an alchemist is pretty much taking nothing and making something because we're spending it anyway. We're giving it away to other people. And now we're able to capture that back into our own business and make that money for us. It's absolutely amazing. We have all the tools and systems in place for this to happen, and it's amazing how it works. Okay, with that said, we have a structure that's different like any other business structure you will ever see. And I like to just make you see what we're not so that you can see what we are. Most businesses are set up on a horizontal structure just like this, where you have your business owner at the top, and then you have maybe different offices across the country, and each office has workers out of it. Let's just use a real estate company. Hypothetically, it would be XYZ Realtor, you had your broker, and then you had your realtors. Well, if this guy right here sells a house, he doesn't share his commission with everybody in the office. Basically, he gets it or they get it. I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, unfortunately. The same thing with the broker. If a home is sold out of his brokerage account, then he gets it, and he doesn't share with all the other brokers across the country. But interesting enough, no matter what, the company always gets a piece of the action. So everybody's in competition with each other, and you know, you've got to make sure you get yours, because if you don't, your family doesn't get to eat. Well, what we did is we took that horizontal structure and we flipped it, and we made it vertical. And basically, what happens is everyone in the team gets credit for 100% of the sales that are generated. Now, that makes it so that there's a synergy like I've never seen before. So it encourages teamwork, and it has a compounding effect. So if this guy here moves a product or uses a product, everybody in the pipeline gets credit for it all the way up to you. So this is something that makes what we do very, very different. Okay, with that said, I am about to show you the 5 steps to how we earn money in this business. I'm going to say put on your mental running shoes, because I'm going to take you from $0 to $187,000 a year like super fast. But I'll tell you at the end a couple of things that I think that you should get. I'll tell you where it's important to pay attention, right? But if you get a few things, don't worry. This is not the first time that you'll ever see it. You'll probably get to see it several times again. All right, so the first step is you're going to apply to the company. And basically there's 2 ways to apply, and that is as a sales rep. It costs nothing to become a sales rep, and you get the opportunity to buy products at cost and sell them at retail. That's about it. So you get to make a little retail profit. Most people that I talk to actually come in as unfranchised owners, and there's a reason for that. But they get a subscription. They have a subscription fee that they have to pay of $129.95 to get it started, and then it's renewable on your anniversary month 1 year from now for $99.95. Now, just like a sales rep, you get to buy products at cost and sell them at retail, but more importantly, you get to participate in the management performance compensation plan where you get to earn commissions and bonuses. Now, if you look over here, you'll see that you're actually awarded 3 different business development centers. When you come in, you get business center number 1, number 2, and number 3. And even though you can't touch it, it's in the computer, it's actually a real thing. It's a willable, tangible thing. And so once you build this, you can will it to your family or whoever that you choose. So that's nice to know. Now, for your $129.95, you actually get 6 product websites, which is huge. We get a Market America site with your name on it that is great for exposing the business. And we have an Unfranchise account, which actually helps you manage your own business and help you with your customers. And so that works out great. You have a career manual with getting started guide. And I always emphasize this. You know, we don't just say we have a system. We don't just say we're like a franchise. We actually have everything you're supposed to do written down in a getting started guide for your first 2 years. And if you just follow that system with the help of your coach, you can successfully implement this and make that kind of money. We have an Unfranchise magazine that comes out on a monthly basis, which we all love to get. We have our preloaded MP4 device that teaches you, and it's a great training tool so you can listen to it while you're doing other things. We have a training and seminar system that's second to none. We probably have the most powerful training system in the whole country. And everything from learning the products to learning the business to learning how you implement everything that we have here. And one of the most important aspects of this, too, is that you get coaching and mentoring by an experienced unfranchised owner. And I think that's powerful because we don't say, hey, you go do it. We say, let's go do it. We actually lock arms with you, and we go help you, and we work in coaching you along the way. Okay, so that was step 1. Now, step 2 is you're going to create BV, which is business volume, and BV has unit points assigned to a Market America exclusive branded products, the ones that I talked about, like the Motives, the Isotonics, the Nutrimetrics, okay? So that's what we have on this side. The internet business volume is with our partner stores, which would be the Macy's, the Targets, the Saks Fifth Avenue, and those type of stores, okay? Now you say to me, well, Pam, how would I create those volumes, BV and IBV? Well, it's really simple. Here are 4 quick tips. Number 1, personal use. And I would hope as I went through some of the products that Market America has, some of our branded products, that you would say, my goodness, I need to try some of that ointment she was talking about. I need to try some of that OPC antioxidant. And you would try some things. And what happens is when you have a personal experience with the products, you find yourself is sharing that with people, okay? And that's how we find that most products are actually moved. The Unfranchised Auto Ship, and what's cool about this is when you do the Shop Advisor and you go through your home room by room, it actually shows you the products that you're purchasing somewhere else. So we can actually set that up where you can have these shipped to you on an automatic basis. And, you know, we've had partners that actually have $400 to $600 worth of stuff shipped to them on a regular basis. Depends on how many products that you use and on a regular basis. I said that. Okay. Retail sales. All right. Well, what's really interesting about this? Whenever I say retail sales, normally somebody's ears go up. They go, oh, you mean I got to sell something? Well, just so you know, we're a real company, a real business, and yes, products and services have to move to an end consumer, and so we get excited about that because that's what makes this a real business. But it's not selling in the tune of running down the street screaming Market America or knocking on doors or doing anything weird like that, okay? All you have to do is use and share the products. And typically, more sales are made from 2 words, what's that, than anything else that I can give you as far as a sales technique that there is. So if you're using something and people notice the difference in you, typically they're going to ask you if your skin looks better, if your lipstick is beautiful, they're going to ask you where you got it, what you're using, and it makes it really easy just to move products. Of course, internet marketing, which is our social media today, once you have something and you like it, you're sharing it with the whole world, and that works out great. Now, we only are looking for 10 to 15 customers that shop with us on a regular basis. If any of you have ever been in sales before, you'll know that 10 to 15 is really not a whole lot. As a matter of fact, that's nothing in today's business world. I mean, Tony and I had a photography business, and we were expected to sell those numbers like in a day or two. And if we didn't, we were slacking. So this is total. This is all we're looking to manage. And you say, well, where would I find those people? Believe it or not, they're all around you. Your hairstylist, your lawyer, your realtor, social media. And all you have to do is let them know by using and sharing the products. And the advantage is they get cash back, so they have an incentive to want to go to that shop.com portal. Okay? All right, so that's 2. Now, step 3, you need to qualify your business development center with $200 in business volume one time. Okay, and what that does is that actually opens up banks that are on the left and the right of your business development center. Once they're open, they're able to accrue points towards commission. So the sooner you do the 200 points, the sooner you can start accruing points towards commission. So people tend to do that right away. Now, we actually have a Fast Start program that we put into effect. It's a special that we have right now. We have a couple of specialty ones for our Modus line, our web centers, and our TLS, and then we have our shop.com one. Right now, it's about $600 value for $399 plus tax, so you definitely want to find out more about that at the end. Okay, step number 4 is activate, and that is just a fancy word for expand. And basically what that means is you're going to personally sponsor and have one qualified business partner on your left of your organization and one on your right of your organization, okay? Now, basically, we're looking for people that are looking to increase their financial bottom line, okay? So we do want to be picking the fact that we are picking the people, and also people that recognize a shopping annuity and say, well, if I'm going to spend this money anyway, I might as well save money and have this pay me. So they're the kind of people that we're looking for. Step 5 is you're going to teach, manage, and support others to do the same thing that you just did. So Mark and Kate are the business partners that you actually placed into the business, and we're going to teach them to apply, create, qualify, and activate, which is the same thing that you did. Now, I'm going to stop right here for just 1 second. I want you to take a good look at this screen, because from here on out, it's going to look like a modern-day piece of art. We're going to have colors and arrows pointing, and all kinds of things happening. But this is really what the business is. It's about you recognizing that you want to change your financial future and partnering with 2 other people to do the same thing and helping them duplicate their efforts. This business model right here that I'm showing you with our shopping annuity could yield you $300 on a monthly basis, just this small a team. And, of course, we can always do better than that, but this is a good place to start, right? Okay. All right, now people lead to people, because when Mark and Kate partnered with you, they didn't do it to make you money. They actually did it to make themselves money. So people are going to start appearing in your business. And you continue to expose the business, and suppose you have a third person. You say, well, what do I do with Matt? I mean, he's a new person. Where do I put him? In other businesses, you'd start another team. Well, in Market America, what we do is we go down at the bottom of the team, and we place Matt under Dr. Jones. And what happens is everything that Matt does actually goes through the entire team and comes right back up to you. So you're actually forcing success in your team as opposed to other businesses. You're helping everybody. Same thing, you have a fourth person, Erica. You go under Robert, and everything that Erica does comes right back up to you, and so everybody gets credit for it. It's the coolest system that I've ever seen. Now, how is volume and BVs and IBVs brought up to you? Well, every Friday at midnight, our computer searches to infinity looking for volume, and basically what it does is it brings it up to you, and it's kind of like a Pac-Man, and it just adds up all the centers that are in there, and it brings it up to you. This is a disclaimer that says that it works if you work it, and the success of any Market America unfranchised owner will depend on the amount of hard work, talent, dedication which he or she devotes to building his or her Market America business. So if you suit up and show up, it will work for you too, just like it has for lots of other people in our company. All right, so how are commissions paid? This is the part I like the best. First of all, we're paid weekly. That was something else Tony and I liked. You know, we were in the company one time, got paid monthly. Whew. Boy, you can go broke fast that way. So once you get this going, you can get checks on a weekly basis. What our computers do is every Friday night at midnight, they search down the computer down to infinity, adding up all the volumes, and they bring them up to you. They look for 1,200 BV on the left and 1,200 BV on the right. That could be 6 people on one team doing $200. It could be one person that's a beauty salon selling motives doing $1,200 on the other side. It really doesn't matter how many people. It just looks for the volume. When it gets to that threshold, we pay you a $300 commission check. And what's interesting is that is the smallest check that we actually pay out. Okay. Now, people always say to me, well, Pam, it always works out perfect on the, the little board here, but it never works out that in person. Well, let's say that you didn't get to 12 and 12. You only got to 1,000 or 800 on the other side. Well, what's so neat in our company is we actually save that volume for you. You see, other companies I was in, they would send it to the person above you and they'd say, try again. But in Market America, we save that volume, and then what we do is we check again the next week, and we check again the next week. And we will actually hold that volume for 365 days until you get to that threshold. So that is pretty awesome, right? Okay. Now the IBV follows right behind it. So when that gets to 1,200 points on both sides, you're going to get a $300 commission check as well. It moves a little slower, although it's picked up tremendously because of our annuity, but you're going to see that it just comes in right behind it. And what happens when you get to 2,400 total BV on your left and right is you get a $300 commission check. When you get to $3,600 total BV on both your left and your right organization, you get a $300 commission check. And the last bracket we're looking for is when you get to 5,000 total BV on your left and your right organization. Now you've earned a $600 commission check, and you've done what we said, completed the cycle, and you're at the first level of management, which we call an executive coordinator. So you can go, shoosh, okay, I'm done. Now what's so cool is that what happens at this point, we're going to erase the banks, and we're going to start this process all over again. Now what's interesting, if you look at this slide, you'll see we erased the volume in your banks, but we didn't in your partners' banks. So they all still have that volume, so they're still getting credit for it, but we're going to start you over again. Now, I look at this and I say, well, the first time was the hardest time because it was just you, and you had to work to identify your 2 partners, and you work with them to duplicate. Now you've got a team. You might have 5 or 6 people on the left and maybe 7 or 8 people on the right. Doesn't matter. But they're all looking for partners, and they're all expanding through their shopping annuity, and they're also looking for customers. So if it took 6 months to cycle this out in the first time, it might take 5 months and 4 months and 3 months and 2 months and 1 month and 3 weeks and 2 weeks. And eventually you get to a point where you're going from 0 to 5,000 on both teams, and you're earning $1,500 a week through the BV plan. And of course the IBV follows right behind. So now you're eligible to earn $3,000 per week per business development center. Now 3 quick things why this works here and doesn't work other places. Number 1, we don't have any pay line cutoffs. We don't say, well, anything under Dr. Jones you don't get credit for, okay? We search to infinity looking for the volume. So if you're big producers way, way down deep in your business, it's okay. You're going to get credit for it. The second thing is we don't have any breakaways. We don't say, hey, Kate, you're riding on Kate's coattails, so we're going to break her away, and you've got to replace her. Then you become a hamster on a treadmill where you got to recruit, 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 and always fill it. So we don't have that. Once somebody's in your business, they're in your business forever. And the third thing is that this figure of $5,000 in business volume never changes. I've been in the business 22 and a half years, and it's never changed. So it makes sense that the longer you're in the business, the bigger your team becomes, the easier it's going to be to hit those thresholds, right? Okay. Now this is kind of cool. It shows you if you have extra volume and that you need to place, you can actually go down in your team. There's your shooting arrow. And you can place it in one of your personally sponsored people. And here's the cool thing. It goes all the way through the team right back up to you. So you gave it away just to have it come back to you. Same thing can happen with Erica. You can place that volume down there and it can come back to you. What I like about that is we're able to actually help people earn commission checks with our volume from our customers, which I absolutely love. Now, I did tell you can earn anywhere from $300 to $3,600 a week. We actually have a management bonus that you can earn, and you can do that by helping people in your team actually earn money. And what we do is when you have somebody on your left organization, somebody on your right organization that hits the threshold of 5,000 and 5,000 on both sides, in the same week that you do and earn that $600 check, you get a $600 bonus just by helping them do that. Now, what I love about that is it doesn't even have to be your two people. It can be anybody's people. So your goal is to have somebody on the left making money and somebody on the right making money, and you're guaranteed to make that $2,100 a week through the BV and your $1,500 through your IBV. And that translates out to $187,000 a year. Now, what's cool is that we can actually teach you how to leverage more income. If you remember in the beginning, I showed you how you can have, you come in with 3 business development centers, your 1, your 2, and your 3. Well, when you come in, we teach you how to just build your 1 center so that you're being paid on your 001. Well, what's cool is the volumes are actually going through your business center 2 and 3. So when you want to earn more money, you go on the inside of your 002 and you build one more team, and you're going to earn checks on your 002. If you want to earn more money again, you go in your inside of your 003 and you're going to earn money on your 003. So here's the cool thing. It's like leveraging yourself. You do twice the work and you get 3 times the money. I mean, how cool is that? You add it up, it's over $500,000 a year, and trust me, we have plenty of people in our company that are doing way over this right now. What's cool is if you want to have more, I mean, I know we've had people say, well, Pam, I heard that you can make, $1 million a year. How are you going to do that with just those 3 centers? Well, we actually can open additional business development centers to increase, we call them re-entries. So what happens is once you've successfully completed your 001 to earning $1,500, you get a re-entry option that you can open up number 4. You do the same thing on number 4 that you did on number 1. You activate it with 2 people. You qualify with $200, and you can earn money on that. Now you can go over on your right organization and open up business center number 5 and qualify with 200 BV and activate it with 2 people. I mean, let me ask you, if you're making money, don't people want to know what you're doing? And don't you want to share it with others, right? And the key is you can have up to 999 of these things, and I giggle about that because the top earner in our company, Elizabeth Weber, earns in excess of $1 million a year, and she has about 40-some centers that she has active. And so it just goes to show it doesn't take a gazillion amount of them to earn a very hefty income. It just depends on how hard you want to work and how much money you want to make. Okay. Okay, so I am coming in for a landing here. So here's the thing. 5 things you need to remember. We have the ability to earn immediate retail profits, and you can earn cash back. We have volume accrual. We actually hold that volume free for 365 days until you can cash in on it. We have system search for BV and IBV, and it goes down to infinity. We have volume and people placement. When you bring in new business partners, you can actually place some of your volume down there, and you can actually help them qualify for checks and help them in the business. And it helps the team along the way. We have unlimited income potential through your business development center, which we call re-entry option. And right now, you definitely want to check out the Fast Start program that we have that's going on right now. So what's your next step? Well, the first thing is I would suggest is that you would complete your shopping annuity assessment with the person that invited you on this call tonight. At least register to become a preferred customer to get cash back. And you probably should try a Market America exclusive product to find out how fantastic they really are. The second step is you might schedule a follow-up appointment to answer your questions and to start what we call the trial run. Because if you saw this and you thought of a couple of people that you said, I think I would like to share this with them, let us know and we will run it up the flagpole. And if they salute and they like what they see, then they've made a decision to actually start with this, and they haven't even you haven't even made a decision yet. It just makes it an easy transition. So then what we do at that point is we just establish your unfranchised business, and we kind of go from there. I will tell you, I'm going to ask everybody to get back to the person that invited them on the call tonight, and we will be available to help anyone with questions and answers. Well, we actually are going to continue this exact webinar same time next week, and we are actually going to take you through the shopping annuity and show you how this can pay you just by converting your shopping into earning. Be a smart shopper and stop leaking your money other places. With that, I'm going to thank you, and you all have a fantastic night. Thank you very much. Bye now.